Hello there, you're watching The World Today. I'm Kasturi Manikan. Our top story this hour. Chinese President Xi Jinping has sent a congratulatory message to the successful launch of Tianhe core module. He said its success shows that China's space station construction has entered the full implementation stage and lays a solid foundation for the follow-up tasks.
5、4、3、2、1，点火！
A Long March 5B rocket carried the core module named Tianhe from the Wenchang spacecraft launch site in South China's Hainan province a few hours ago. Tianhe is currently the largest spacecraft developed by China. It will be the management and control center of the nation's space station and the main living space of the crew. It will also support scientific and technological experiments. Ling Hong has more from the launch site.
Well, today we have made history. The core module of China's space station Tianhe is now in orbit, successfully safe and sound in the orbit, waiting for astronauts to move in. And the next step, China will launch its Tianzhou cargo ship to send supplies to the core module, preparing for astronauts to move in. And then 3 astronauts will begin its first mission in the core module for 3 months. And from today on, China will have a permanent, probably lasting for over 10 years, space lab for scientists and also for astronauts to stay, to do scientific experiments, and also for not just for Chinese astronauts. China is also preparing to welcome foreign astronauts and international scientists to work in the space lab. And now I'm in the Wenchang spacecraft launch site, and people have been spent generations of efforts to achieve this goal. I mean, this is the 4th launch site that China built, and also people develop new rockets, the Long March 5 series, and also the new space station. I think today we have witnessed history, and people in China will continue to make miracles happen again.
Our reporter Yo Yang takes a look at a model to show us what it looks like and how it was developed.
As the main control cabin of China's first space station, the core module of Tianhe is about 16.6 meters long with a diameter of over 4 meters. It's divided into 3 parts: the connector, the life support and the control section, as well as the section for resources. The connector looks like a hexagon. It has 2 burst ports for 2 lab modules called Wentian and Mengtian, and 3 docking ports for the Shenzhou crew spacecraft, the cargo and other vehicles. It also has an exit on top where astronauts can conduct spacewalks. This is the living area of the crew. It's about 50 cubic meters. It's also called the thinner area. It's got 3 sleeping areas and 1 sanitary part. This is the thicker part, which is the working area, where astronauts control the daily operation of Space Center while conducting some scientific experiments. If we take a look from the outside, this is the resources part of Tianhe. It's responsible for fueling the space station. Once operational, the space station can host 3 astronauts for 6 months and up to 6 astronauts by replacement. Yo Yang, CGTN, Beijing.
Currently, there's only 1 international space station. China has no access, having been barred involvement by the United States over what it calls issues of national security. Wu Lei explains why China is building its own space station.
Here on Earth, an apple will fall due to gravity's influence, but in outer space, it floats like this. But how might this apple mutate in a microgravity environment? What might happen when an astronaut eats this apple? China has sent 11 astronauts into space since 2003. During their time in space, the astronauts have carried out a variety of experiments, but their time for each visit was limited. China is aiming to remedy this by building a brand new space station by the end of 2022. Which is expected to remain in space for over 10 years, allowing astronauts who spend time there to engage in longer physical, biological, and cosmological experiments. As for experiments, Chinese scientists are interested in growing plants. These flowers and vegetables were grown from seeds mutated in space. The effects of living in space are also of concern for scientists. Knowing how to guarantee the ability for astronauts to have a healthy long-term stay in space could pave the way for future space travel. China's new space station won't just be for Chinese scientists, but also for global scientists as well. So far, a total of 9 projects proposed by 17 countries, including Germany, France, and Italy, have been selected for the first round of experiments to be conducted in this new space lab. This new facility is expected to open up a brand new chapter in human space exploration. 吴磊 CGTN。
我们这是第一次实验，它是有把握。
奉命执行首次载人飞船飞行任务，准备完毕，待命出征，请指示，出发。是。
Outer space peacefully and benefit of humankind.